Today, I will be speaking on behalf of the Adaptive Sports Center. In the world of accessible activities, the Adaptive Sports Center has been renowned for decades as a golden standard for differently abled recreational activities. On any given day at the ASE, a child with a rare mitochondrial condition might sit side by side on a fit-up bench with a war veteran battling post-traumatic stress and share a laugh. This is an expanding industry of accessible activities already impacting the lives of 1,000 people annually, and the adaptive sports is filled with more demand than ever before. They just have one problem. They have heavily subsidized their ticket pricing for a participant to go on to the mountain. And right now, as it stands, they are losing $800 per participant. So that means that with any venture that we decide to do, we can't really interact directly with the user base. So that begs the question, what does the ASC have that lets us move forward with the venture? Well, the answer is apparent when we look into what the ASC owns, which is real estate. So the ASC has multiple spare properties, and I'm going to go ahead and organize the venture into two layers here. So the first layer is at a high level. We want to use these properties that are free most of the time to build a series of external partnerships with companies that do specialized services. So what that means is we are going to be letting people use the property to accomplish their services they sell to other people, and then we get paid for leasing out the property. So our venture applies this by doing weddings, and we basically built a partnership with a catering company and an event rental company, and we are undercutting the market, which is in very high demand in Creasted Butte, Colorado. And basically, we are doing receptions and the actual ceremonies within the Kelsey Wright building, which is one of the properties that the ASC owns. So, what's super great is we validated the demand and we have some pretty crazy numbers here. So, within the first year, we're charging $8,000 a night, which is actually well below the competition and replaces the current competitor that is within the same pricing point. And we are projected to make between $180,000 and $200,000 in revenue on the first year. So that is with the demand that we have validated through the market. Our profit margin is very high as well because we are simply leasing out something that is already owned. And for reference, the entire program at the ASC made $400,000 in program revenue last year. So the second part of this is that we can scale this to different places that the ASC owns. So we're also going to do this with parking spot and hotel rooms in the future. So this is going to let us eventually eclipse the revenue that the ASC makes in their program, and we're just going to do it by outsourcing all of these to external partnerships.